Our global health system is more technologically advanced than ever. But systematic inequity in the distribution and use of that technology means that these systems remain insufficiently integrated to detect novel threats, and inefficient to address conventional infectious disease challenges in a timely manner.
Existing virus surveillance systems are limited currently because they're mostly reactive rather than proactive. And a big part of the VIDARE project is to try and bring together human surveillance, animal surveillance, and environmental surveillance to help us identify those emerging threats as quickly as possible.
VIDARE is really a manifestation of the long-term goals of Penn State's ambitions in the convergent space, because it brings together folks who are experts in material sciences and novel technologies like that, as well as experts in infectious disease.
We're right now in the Millennium Science Complex that was designed first to bring together two institutes, the Materials Research Institute and the Huck Institute for Life Sciences, to actually promote interdisciplinary collaborations. So Penn State has been planning for an effort such as VIDARE for many years.
So if we have a unified system that can monitor viruses in different trajectories, and we understand the emergence of new viruses, we can then tackle problems and prepare for future pandemics.
I'm originally from Sweden. I grew up in Sweden. And VIDARE, if you pronounce VIDARE in Swedish, it means looking into the future. And it means broadening something into the future. And I think that that's exactly what this project is doing.
VIDARE is going to solve the need to integrate multiple different sources of information to track and identify infectious disease threats.
So by integrating the disease surveillance in animals, both domestic and wild and humans, we get a better understanding of the pathogen emergence, and we'll be in a far better position to predict and also react much faster to pathogens that would eventually emerge and affect both animal or human health.
We can implement systems or a system that is taking data from all over the world, which means that we can put resources where the resources need to go.
What data science and machine learning enable us to do today is that by monitoring the data coming in and applying data science and machine learning, we can recognize signatures of existing viruses and quickly detect them. In 10 to 15 years, it's possible for us to actually predict the virus evolution and also outbreaks.
VIDARE wants to develop new science and technology and new methods. One of the things that we're doing is we grow aligned carbon nanotubes, and we can use these aligned carbon nanotubes as a three-dimensional filter so we can trap viruses and enrich samples in a very unique way. At the same time, we are developing new optical techniques to identify viruses. So if we can integrate this platform as a very fast screening technique, we can then complement the current technologies that are used in place.
We learned that by looking what's going on in wastewater, you can tell what's going on in the human population without sampling individual humans.
A successful output of VIDARE is going to be the technologies, the protocols, and the methods that we develop for monitoring and responding to emergent infectious disease threats. And so we'll take this model developed within VIDARE to expand to other institutions around the United States and around the world.
We're working very closely with 4 HBCUs, Xavier University, Lincoln University, Howard University, Tennessee State University. We're working with them from the beginning because we respect their expertise. And we also want to make sure that the message of our science is well translated to their community.
We know that when researchers are members of the communities that they're studying, there can be increased access to information, which not only improves the science that comes out of these projects, but that science is better able to serve the communities.
And if we don't get the people that are affected by those disparities to the table from the beginning, doing the basic research, we are going to have a very, very, very difficult time.
Because both the needs of communities and the available monitoring technology change over time, investment across these multiple surveillance approaches will need to change over time as well. and be tailored to each setting. The scientific community's findings must be translated to a range of stakeholders, from communities directly impacted by disease to policymakers.
By illustrating value to local communities, we're going to build that trust so that when novel things happen, when new technology is available, or when novel threats emerge, we already have the trust built that is going to ensure that we can have a robust and productive conversation about how best to solve community challenges.
I strongly feel that this project is going to create civic scientists to empower citizens with knowledge of drinking water and air health, while also making science real and engaging for Xavier students.
And when you have a trusted voice or a member from that community who's speaking to you, it has a different impact. It's someone that you know. That is ultimately how we have to deal with these challenges related to viruses. So it's kind of an investment in the future for students who often don't get these opportunities.
So one of the most important aspects of supporting scientific engagement with policy communities is about the people, of appropriately bringing scientists and policymakers together to think about how to develop strategies and solutions that can improve lives and protect health. I'm particularly excited about how this project will have meaningful and tangible impact to the lived experiences of members of the community across the country.
Knowing that you're laying the foundation for something new at a time where people want to feel more social justice. They want to reduce the disparities in communities. That's what we're building, and I think that sets the table for centers all around the country to say that's a model that works on relevant problems that students want to be engaged in that impact their communities. We're looking forward to being part of the solution.